All right, so I'm gonna have a little talk with you guys, long form here. Maybe not so long, but I didn't write a script for this. I just kind of had some things to say, and I'm gonna move forward. So after, basically a couple years of not having social media of my own, I've really grown to appreciate the privacy and the um, the excess of attention that I have to spend on my real life here in the real world. Um, that being said, I really miss sharing what I do. I miss constructing videos and sharing skills with people on the internet, and it seems almost foolish to not take a resource such as that and spend more time sharing skills, growing skills, building things, and then sharing with people who are interested and like-minded, and growing, a little bit of community there. So my wife, I'm sure a handful of you guys know her from the old Instagrams. She's not had social media for a year now, save for Facebook, which in her case is, personal friends, childhood friends, and family. So yeah, it counts, but it doesn't quite count. It's not like sharing with a mass of strangers that are interested in what we do. So we are going to move forward with a YouTube channel, and the two of us. It's going to be a collaboration on the page. There's going to be videos that I make and curate alone. There's going to be videos that she makes and curates alone, and then there's going to be videos that she and I collaborate on, all on the same page. We're both administrators of the page, so it kind of will be a doesn't matter what you like, you'll have a place to come and see what we're up to. There's going to be some day-to-day life stuff that maybe isn't very interesting, but to us it feels fun and it feels like worth sharing. Basically, if I would call my dad and say, "Hey, old man, this is what we did today," it might go on the YouTube. So we're kind of playing this by ear. We don't know how to move forward with it. We're going to start with what we have and what we're willing to do. So I'm willing to share a video with the subscribers of this YouTube page. And if we decide to open up the social medias again, it's going to be temporary. It'll just be to try and get people who enjoyed what we did before to come over to get to this platform. And the reason is there was too much attention dedicated to interacting with our Instagram pages individually. And so it kind of became an interesting point of contention where I'm like, I started to get feeling a little, I don't want to say bitter, just odd. Like, I would get a bad attitude and she'd be like, "Well, what's your problem?" Be like, "Nothing. But whatever your problem is, why don't you tell it to Instagram instead of me, because I'm busy." And well, that's pretty toxic. That's not good, but I'm a human, the same as everyone else. And so I would often get this bad attitude. And when we got rid of the socials, it seems like all of a sudden, magically, both of our bad attitudes disappeared. I'm, not here to tell you how to live your life, although, how to live your life never really was intended for internet to exist. It's pretty new to our psychology and our social structure. But back to business. I've got one video posted up. It was a first attempt at making an article of jewelry, and I, you know, struggled through the process, built a set of earrings for Sadie, and she is wearing them today. Maybe a success, maybe a failure. You can find lessons in failure, so that's why I'm kind of making this attempt to just share everything, failures included. The other thing is as far as interests go, there are a few YouTube pages that were started on a subject and then left unfinished by the content creator. Whether that's for legal reasons, health reasons, I have no idea. But all of those pages left a little something to be desired, and I have learned a little something past their research in these subjects since they've shut her down. And so it's going to be difficult because this is going to be a pretty multifaceted channel. I feel like there's going to still be some timber falling videos. We still cut timber. So there's going to be some timber falling videos on there, and that's just my bread and butter. It's what I've done for, the better part of my life, and it's what I really enjoy doing, or else, I'd probably find something else to do. The other one is reloading. I purchased a set of reloading gear. My old stuff got burned up in the fire a long time ago, and I hadn't even touched it or played with it in, a long time, probably half a decade or more anyways. But I purchased a set of reloading gear, and I'm hand loading, developing loads constantly, and it seems like something that's worth sharing with people. That's not to say that there are not a few, or more than a few, reloading pages on the internet already. But sometimes the pages either are unwilling or unable to acquire the supplies or the various components necessary to try things that the viewers want. And what I'll see often is a little bit of attempt and then never following through to find success through a certain combination, or never ending something formally and saying, hey, this combination just flat does not work, but here's some data and try it in your rifle, etc., etc. So, excuse me, I feel like all of the existing pages about reloading, they leave a little something more to be desired. And mine is going to leave a little something more to be desired. If you want a comprehensive study on how to develop a load for a bench rest competition, well, obviously I'm not the page for that. But I can get you started, and then you follow up with the expert. Or, if you want something that I don't have and I currently don't have the ability to do, I will still do some research in the subject and give at least some sort of a long form explanation, and probably within a month or two acquire the goods and develop something and show it. I've got quite a bit of variance as far as firearms that I own and different chamberings that I own and cartridges and so forth. So it shouldn't be a super big deal to get going in this. The other one's the flint knapping. There are some absolute expert flint knappers in this world, and I am not one of them. However, I can usually come up with a pretty good point. Maybe not a giant dance blade, but I can usually come up with a decent spear point and, at least an atlatl dart, more than an arrowhead. I've got a lot of supplies. I've got access to supplies. And so the old experts all gave up and stopped flint knapping on the internet. And it seems like I really miss that. And if I miss that, there's probably someone else. And so I'm going to move forward with the flint knapping, the leather work. Sadie Rose is currently experimenting with making natural dyes out of flower petals, berries, various plants, grapefruit, leaves, etc. So she's probably going to be posting videos about that. Oddly enough, I do a lot of cooking. I like to cook and I like to eat more than I like to cook. So, if you guys are interested in that, I'll probably end up doing some videos about what I'm making. If something turns out exceptionally good, then that'll turn into a video. If it's hammered dog shit, then it won't turn into a video. I mean, I'm not going to show you guys garbage here. So, basically, whatever we're up to, whatever we're building, you guys might end up with a 45-minute video of me bleeping out me cussing at my truck when I'm wrenching on it. That's just kind of the nature of the beast. And if you're interested, I'll see it. I'll see if people tune out or don't tune out, and I will adjust and make adjustments as we go. So it boils down to that we both kind of felt like we wanted a larger outlet for artistic expression than we had. A lot of times I call my dad and tell him what I'm up to, and it's like, okay, well, that's cool, buddy. Good job. Because he's not interested. He doesn't give a damn about, my artistic expression as far as leatherwork goes. I want to go call him and talk hand loading. We'll sit on the phone for hours and hours and hours. I want to talk to him about shooting. We'll sit on the phone for hours and hours hunting. But when it comes to what I've experimented with in order to make this new design of purse or bag with my leatherwork, he just isn't interested. And frankly, I probably wouldn't be either if I was him. So there's going to be a variation, and I'm not going to expect that everything we do is for everyone, but that's what we're doing. The page is called All in a Day's Work, and the handle is All in a Day's Work -PNW. And I'm going to do what I can to put some links. I know everybody's always like, click the link right here. I'm going to do my best. If not, I'll try and link it in the description. And we're going to move forward. So thanks for coming out. Hope to see you guys on the other page. And we're going to have a good time learning how to do everything there is to know. So have a good one.